You know, ever since I was little, I've always been a Warriors fan. Even when I lived in Kansas, I was still a Warriors and a Kings and a Lakers fan. Basically, I was a fan of the California teams of the NBA. And while I was living there and going back and forth, one of the things that always constantly happened for any team, not just the NBA, but the NHL, the NFL, you name it, MLB, is that they would always, and even college, they would always get a new arena built down the line. Like the venue they're in is still good and everything, but they had to build a new one because, I guess, of safety regulations and the fact that they wanted, well, basically safety regulations, and they wanted to modernize stuff. Instead of, spending what would be considerably less on just renovating, they decided they want to do something a little bit more different. Bring more revenue to that city with a newer, more improved, more upgraded arena or stadium. And it's also the fact that, again, it's to upgrade. Because sometimes stadiums, even when you renovate, you can only renovate so much. So, imagine my surprise. Alright, so right? Now, imagine my surprise when I find out that Sacramento is probably going to be keeping the Kings. Probably. A strong possibility. Stronger than ever. With the exception that they have to get a new arena built as well in a certain section of the city, which I'm positive will occur. Now, before this, I even heard that the Warriors, I think this was around when I first came back or so, or a year after, I heard that the Warriors were going to be getting a new arena as well down the line. We just had no idea when it was going to happen. All we knew it was being planned, and the location was going to be San Francisco. Basically, they were going to still be Golden State. They were just going to be changing from Oakland to San Francisco. So, while this news was being processed, along with the news of the Kings staying or leaving, which now they're staying, I pray to God they are, one thing came out today by BleacherReport.com. And it's kind of ironic that it comes out on the day that the Warriors are playing in Game 1 of the semifinal match with the San Antonio Spurs, which I believe is going to be a good game, and I pray the Warriors win, although San Antonio is very tough. But anyway, I'm looking on Facebook, and I liked and sort of subscribed to the Bleacher Report Facebook page. And basically, I'm looking on Facebook, and they show pictures of the new Warriors arena. And I'll provide a link down below. And apparently this new arena is supposed to be opening in 2017, basically 4 years. And its location is going to be around Piers 30 and 32. Basically, it's going to be on the water, on the piers, the water kind of deal. And from what I saw, it looks fantastic. It looks unbelievable. I mean, what they got planned for this thing is beyond questions. It's beyond question, whatever. I mean, just the magnitude of what I just saw. Here's the thing. It's going to be entirely almost glass on... Basically, the tone was, and you'll be able to see this yourself and read it yourself, but it basically be glass on glass on glass architecture. That's right. The architecture is going to be glass on glass. It's a Norwegian-based group. It's going to be glass on glass on glass. Now, here's what's unique about this. Here's some of the things that stood out to me about the new Warriors arena. It's going to have a walkabout. Okay. Think of the world of tomorrow. All right? Think of the world World of Tomorrow, Tomorrowland, Disneyland. They have this big walkway you walk up, and I walked up that walkway when I was at Disneyland. Imagine you're walking up it to go inside. This walkway they're planning for this arena is going to be something like that, but it's going to allow you to walk all the way up to the top, get a nice sky view, if you will, of the city, and then walk all the way back around. It's basically like in a circle. Another thing about this is you can walk around that at any time. And even if you're going to a game, it allows you to kill time. Which I think is kind of cool. But then here's the interesting aspect of it. Here's the interesting aspect of it. And this to me is really the mind blower. This to me is really the mind blower. It's going to be dubbed as one of the first NBA arenas. At 17,000 seats, according to what it said. It's going to allow you to look up and you're going to see the sky. I'm not lying. You're going to be sitting right in your seat like this. And you're going to be looking up. You're going to be sitting looking up and you're going to be able to see the sky. Now it doesn't mean, now this doesn't mean that the arena, that it's going to be completely open on top. It's going to be outdoors. No. It's basically you're going to be sitting down, you're going to have a glass ceiling, literally. Excuse me for a second, I'll be right back. Hello? Nothing? Yeah. I'm sorry about that, folks. I should have planned this better. My mom likes to call in and check up on stuff. It's her break right now, so. But anyway, like I was saying, you'll be able to see the sky, and I'm not just talking about, it's going to be opened. It's not, and I'm not talking about it's going to be outdoors kind of stuff. It's going to be a glass ceiling, literally. So you're going to be able to look up and see the sky. But then, that's not the best part about it. They're going to have a... Excuse me again. I'll be right back. Hello? Back today. Yeah. Goes out here. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Again, she was just asking me a question about something. Anyway, like I said, like I was trying to say, looking up through a glass ceiling and seeing the sky is not the only aspect about this either. The other unique aspect about this is you could be sitting like right here, watching the game, if you will, and then out this direction, you'll see big old glass area. It's a big old glass window, and you can see right outside to the Bay Bridge. And this entire building as well, also allows in certain areas, depending on the area that people will be in, allow those that don't have a ticket to stand in front of that window or walk around to certain other parts of the arena and look in. Yeah, that's the unique perspective about this. You don't even have to have a ticket. If you're in San Francisco and let's say Warriors are playing at home, you're like, let's go check a Warriors game out. And everything. All you have to do is just walk over to the arena, get out, put down a seat maybe if you want to, and just watch the game, depending on the location you can find. And to me, that is so unique. Now, basically the plans are for it to be not only, like say, built in that area, where it's like you could go, like, okay, let's say the Warriors and the Giants are playing on the same day, right? You could be going to a Giants game during the day. And then, if you have tickets to see the Warriors as well, all you have to do is like maybe take a ferry, or not even take that long of a drive, up to the new arena. That's how close they're going to be. So to me, this is a really unique arena. I mean, I don't talk about new arenas or stadiums that much. But this is something I don't think any other stadium, any other NBA team has ever thought of yet. I mean, it's one thing that we're getting this stadium in Santa Clara for the San Francisco 49ers and possibly the Oakland Raiders. But it's, and that's great and everything. But to me, this is just, even though it's going to be 2,000 seats less than the Oracle Arena is right now, this is going to be probably the most talked about one so far. I mean, I don't know what else to say about something like that. I mean, entirely glass and everything. And again, I'll provide a link so you guys can check it out yourself. But this is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable for anybody to consider doing an arena like this. But then again, nicer arena, more upgraded facilities, more revenue, you know what I mean? I think it's worth it. I think it's really, really worth it. I mean, I guarantee you, in the next year or so, tickets are going to start. I mean, they're already doing it for Santa Clara. But in the next year or two, they're going to start selling tickets for that new arena for the Golden State Warriors. Guaranteed. I guarantee it's going to happen. And don't think for an instant that places like WWE, places like UFC, even TNA, depending on if TNA is still around by then, which they should be, don't think for one instant they're not going to see an arena like that, knowing about it, the fact that it's going to be built and it's going to be coming soon, and not going to say, we should have a pay-per-view there, or something. You don't think they're not going to think about that? They are. They are going to think about that, and they're going to want to try for it. I guarantee you, as soon as that arena is built, even before the Warriors step foot in it, I guarantee you, the WWE will be on top of it for SummerSlam. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. They'll be on top of it for SummerSlam of that year. I know they will. But again, I'll provide a link down below so you guys can check this out. But to me, this is just, it's a real surprise. I mean, I knew, again, like I said, like many Warriors fans, I knew the arena was being a new arena was going to be built for them. I just didn't think it was going to be, you know, this kind of arena, which is pretty cool. Basically, this is a fan-oriented arena because basically they're saying, hey, it don't matter if you don't have a ticket. You can just walk up, stand there, or sit down if you want to and watch the Warriors game. Now they did say that depending on where you stand, especially that big open space, is going to depend on how much of the court you're going to see. Now you'll be able to see the Jumbotron, but the rest, like looking down at the court, is going to be totally up to how it's done. So I thought I'd just pass that along to you guys, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the new Warriors Arena. The link will be provided down below. Sorry for the interruptions earlier, but I'm not going to edit. I'm a shooter. But let me know what you guys think about it. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's probably one of the best designs they've come up with for any NBA or any professional team when it comes to a new arena or stadium. But let me know what you guys think about it. Comment below, and I'll talk to you all later.